Hi everyone, happy holidays to my supporters, my icy babies. I miss you all so much. I miss my family, my wife, and my friends too. I'm doing okay in here. I'm trying to stay sane and remain hopeful, keeping my faith in God. God is great. When I first set out to do social media, He told me my purpose was to help people. My purpose in life, that is. And I knew I could do it through social media. God gave me the platform that I have to do so and blessed me with a beautiful life. A life I began to take for granted. I started drinking a whole lot, and my addiction began to get out of hand. My purpose began to fade away, and so did my beautiful life and all my blessings. I feel like I let so many people down. I'm so sorry. I let my ego and my addiction get in the way of what truly matters. As I sit in my cell alone every day for the last 5 months, I think about all the ways I can regain my purpose. For one, I will stop drinking and go to treatment when I get out of incarceration. I will also get help for my mental issues as well, as I've been diagnosed by 2 psychiatrists with PTSD and bipolar disorder. When I gain control of my life again, I will be able to fulfill my purpose in helping others. I'd like to continue to help people in need. I've worked with Meals on Wheels for years now, just by donating money. But I'd like to start volunteering my time as well. I'd like to help kids who have been abused. I'm not sure how or what, but I will figure that out. I never got help as a kid. I never asked for help, and I started to act out. 95% of people incarcerated or struggling with addiction were abused. I will figure out a way to help as many kids as I can who may be afraid to ask for help. God has made me realize what my purpose in life is again. Although being locked up sucks, I'm thankful that I've remembered my purpose. I've been sober for the longest time I've been in a decade. I'm ready to change and do better and be better. I will use my platform for good and to help as many souls as possible. My whole life I felt like a letdown, and I don't want to let anyone down anymore. I hope my fans and my supporters, my family and my wife can hang in there with me until this nightmare is over for me. I hope you guys follow to the next chapter in my life and continue on this journey with me. I hope to make you all proud, and I pray to God every day that I get a second chance. I pray that the state and the judge give me a second chance too. I hope I go home soon so I can start this journey with you all and start making a difference in the world. Thank you guys for the love and the support during this time. I love you all so much, and I miss you all. That's all.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Hey y'all, Icy was finally transferred to a prison earlier, about like 2 days ago. I kind of needed a moment to process it because he is in a very gang place. I guess there's just like a bunch of people who are in that. It is all the way up in northern Florida, so basically everything that I was scared of is happening. Like, he's in a very dangerous prison. It's also like, I don't really know how many programs they offer there. It's all the way in Sweeney, northern Florida. It's about like 6 hours away from me driving, but also the drive is horrendous here in Florida to get from South Florida to North Florida, because he's all the way in the Panhandle. If y'all from San Francisco, I keep wanting to say the Tenderloin. It is not the Tenderloin. I don't know why it keeps coming up. Like, I can't remember the name Panhandle to save my life. But anyways, I needed to process it. He's there. Nothing horrible has happened to him yet, but there are a lot of GANG members there. Obviously, most prisons are.
So this TikToker
like
is a rapper.
Especially when it's
She's
not, like,
also
crime,
a billionaire, sort of.
Yeah. So obviously, I've just been praying and hoping that he can stay safe and not get in any trouble, because I do hope that he can get out with only having to serve 85% of the sentencing that he has left from us taking away the 15 months that he had already served in jail. Since they sentenced him to 5 years and he had already served a little bit over a year, it does say that his get out date is July 15th, 2028, which is a day after my birthday, 2028. But obviously if he gets good behavior, he can be out sooner than that, only having to serve 85%. So I'm hoping that they have programs that he can get his GED, at least keep himself busy, get some kind of job. I've been posting updates on my page, but also people have been commenting that they do move them a lot still. So I hope that they can move him closer to here, hopefully to somewhere that is a little less violent and affiliated to the dangerous clubs that are there. I don't know if I can say that word, so I'm sorry if I'm being like sus or like not like me, you know, explaining things very much, but yeah, like it's very affiliated. He's obviously not affiliated with anything. He's not at all part of like that street behavior here. So I don't really know. I'm just trying to think like the best. I'm trying to hope that he's like keeping to himself, not like really trying to be friends with anybody, but you know, why it's like a little too friendly. If I was in his situation, I don't really know what I would do, so you know, like fudge. But I'm hoping that he can get a job. I'm hoping that he can stay busy. I'm hoping that he can get his GED. Maybe there's like some kind of trade course that he can do. I'm gonna try and get him a tablet as soon as possible. I'm putting in the paperwork so that I can become a visitor, but it does take like a couple months. Like it could take 2 to 3 months for them to actually process my visitor paperwork to actually go to the prison and visit him. It's safer for me to fly out to Tallahassee than it is for me to like drive that 6 hours by myself to the prison, because there's a lot of like areas out there that there's just darkness and street, and you're just driving for hours down like a straight highway, and it's not really the best thing for like a girl to do by herself. So I figured it out that I'd have to like fly from here, Fort Lauderdale, to Tallahassee, and then take a rental car from the airport over there, and it would just become like a 3-day trip, and I'd get like a hotel somewhere by I don't know, I would try and figure out like a safe neighborhood. I don't know if I would want to stay in a neighborhood that was like right by the prison, but I guess it would be safe because I don't know. I'm gonna look into like safety and stuff, like everything that has to do, because I've never been that far north Florida before. I've only been to like the furthest north I've ever been was Orlando for Disney World. So anyways, he is hanging in there. It's scary. I guess the members are very like, you know, they're members, they all hang out with each other, and so like you can't go to the bathroom if like they're all in there doing their crazy shit or whatever they're doing, and they're all together. They'll like yell at you and stuff, but he hasn't gotten any like things because he's not affiliated with anything, but hopefully he doesn't get dragged into that or like tried to like, I hope he can just like stay on his own and like take like a class and like hang out with like maybe like some OGs that are in there, like people who like people don't mess with, but like they're not really like young and rowdy and like have nothing to lose, you know what I mean? Honestly, I've never been in this situation. I've never had anybody that like has even gone to jail or prison in my life, so I'm learning with you guys. I read a lot of your comments, so I thank you guys for like all the advice and stuff. I definitely remember to tell Wyatt that you guys love him so much, and everybody who says hi. But yeah, I'm just trying to like stay strong for him, because if I'm crying and like breaking down when he calls, then like he's upset. So anyways, we love you guys, and just keep praying for my husband that he's gonna be okay, and that everyone will just like leave him alone and keep him safe.
Hey y'all, I don't know, I never thought that I would be coming on here and saying any of this. I honestly am, I don't even know how to feel right now. Just in shock. But I had a conversation with Wyatt today, and he dropped a huge bomb on me, and I was trying not to be judgmental or mean, but it took a lot of like, just took a lot in me to like keep it together. Wyatt and I have shared our relationship on this app since the beginning, so I feel like this is the update that like I can't really like hide from you guys, and I think you guys would see it in my overall demeanor when I go on live or certain things like that. Wyatt has decided that he wants to take this time to like reflect and be himself and express and explore his sexuality. So we've always been really open in our relationship, especially communication. So he at least felt comfortable enough to tell me this, because I feel like I would have felt really dumb if he hadn't been the one to tell me this and I had to find out in a different way. Some of y'all might call me stupid, but I never expected this to happen. But I guess he has like 2 boyfriends now. He has like a white boyfriend and a black boyfriend. I don't know. I kind of shut down when he told me that he was like seeing people in there, and I didn't really even know what to say. He's saying it's like helping the time go by faster and that he doesn't want to get a divorce, but the entertainment and like having these relationships is like helping him. So, I mean, if it's keeping him safe and entertained, I guess I wish him well. I don't really know how I feel about anything. I don't really know what to do or like how to feel. It's been so long since we've actually like physically been together, so I can't really imagine how he feels. Like I can like have my little toy and like do stuff like that. Like I can like watch a movie, or like I have certain like things that I can enjoy myself with, and so I can imagine like where he's at. If he's happier and like mentally better, I guess I just have to like wish him well and hope that he stays safe. But yeah, this is not the update that I want to be giving you guys, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like pretend to be happy on lives or in my videos. I think this just needs to like settle in, and kind of like just shocked. Hey y'all, so I don't even know. I just got off the phone again with Wyatt. He called me earlier, told me that he has 2 boyfriends, a white and a black boyfriend, in prison. I was so in shock the first call. Like I didn't know if I wanted to cry or if I was angry. Honestly, I feel so numb. Like I don't even know how to process emotions. I feel like at this point with everything, I'm just exhausted. He doesn't want to get a divorce, and obviously I'm going to hear him out and give him the benefit of the doubt that he hasn't had physical touch for so long. I mean, neither have I, but I've been able to like handle my shit myself. I guess he wants me to get to know them and possibly like have a phone call with them, and he said that I'll like understand more about the situation like once I talk to them. Like I don't know, I don't even know how I feel about that. Like I honestly didn't even know how to respond to what he was saying just now. He said that one of his boyfriends sent me a letter, so I'm waiting to receive this letter. I don't know like what. I'm honestly, this is such new territory. I've never like been with somebody in prison. I've never gone through any of this. Like this, he's the first person that I've ever paid for like a lawyer for them. He's the first person that I've put money on their books for almost 15 months, 17 months now. Like him being in prison, like I've been supporting him, and then he just like hits me with this. Like I'm trying to be supportive and like a good wife, but like I honestly, like what is this letter gonna say? But I'm just gonna keep you all updated. Like I'm not gonna like keep this internally. I feel like I've dealt with so much with Wyatt and kept it to myself, and honestly I kind of need the support right now from everybody. So stay tuned to see what this letter says from Wyatt's boyfriend who's in prison with him. So I just got off the phone with Wyatt. Wyatt's like suggesting that I get on the visitation list for them so that I can like come out there and like fly all the way out to Tallahassee and like rent a car, and because it's like still like an hour and a half away from the Tallahassee airport, and then like get a hotel for 3 days, and I'll be able to like talk to and like visit them all. It just scares me now because he's sounding like he like wants us to all have a future together eventually, but I'm like, that's not at all how it sounded when he told me yesterday what he wanted. Like he doesn't want me to get a divorce, but yet he wants this to like maybe be a future thing. So I'm just kind of confused on that. And like of course the 30 minutes ran up before like I could be able to like really ask questions or digest like what he had just told me. What even would that be? Like a quadruple? Like that's not, no. But he does sound happy, and like he sounds like confident that like it might work. I don't know, I just like, I feel like I didn't wait this long for my marriage to become like a joke or like something where I'm like sharing him with other people, especially like when he gets out of prison. Like that's not something that I ever thought would have to be what like had to be part of the case. Obviously like with him in there, I have time to really think this through or figure out like if I want this too, but I think he's definitely made a decision and I can't really do anything about that. I definitely took our vows super seriously, and I don't think that me just leaving is the right thing to do, because honestly I don't feel like he's
thinking correctly or thinking straight. I think he's just been like really sad and lonely. But talking about it isn't really helping me, and talking to him didn't really help me. And like the more I'm like listening and hearing, it's sounding like I'm just gonna have to like mold to this new situation, and I don't really know if I can. My husband having 2 boyfriends in prison was definitely a shock. I just got back from the gym and tried to like straighten my head out and just like think things through on like a calm level. I'm not sure if he would have told me any of this if it wasn't for one of them actually like mailing me a letter and like telling them that they sent me something. Which obviously like Wyatt would have had to give him my address, which I don't really know if I feel comfortable with that either. But the whole situation is still kind of setting in, and a lot of people have been commenting like, oh, we knew he was this, he knew he was that. I married him knowing he was a bisexual. Like, I was very much aware of he had multiple preferences, and so do I. But that doesn't take away the fact that like I took our marriage very seriously, and I'm still trying to take it seriously, and we're still communicating, we're still figuring it out. Like, he just dropped this bomb on me. I didn't go into this thinking he was like completely straight and narrow. Like, this was like not a shock. Like, we have made videos before where men were involved. Like, there's a lot of things out there that people are like aware that he swung in multiple directions. I don't think it's my fault for sticking around somebody that I love. You choose who you love, but you really don't. Like, I feel like your brain and your heart, like, if you fall in love with somebody, it really takes a lot for you to like give up on somebody. I don't know, that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. But I'm gonna just take this day by day. We can only talk for 30 minutes a day anyways. It's really hard for him to get on the phone. If we can even talk like once a day, sometimes the phones are broken. That's been happening a lot. So no, I'm not filing for divorce. I'm not making any big decisions. I'm not moving. I'm not like throwing his stuff away. I've been seeing some really crazy comments. I'm really trying not to be dramatic, and I'm glad that this happened through my sobriety or like while I'm sober, because honestly I probably would have done some crazy shit either to myself or to his stuff, or just in general, like really making like decisions that I didn't think through. So yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm definitely gonna think this through. I'm definitely gonna try and be in a calm mind when I speak with him, so that it's not anger or sadness or like manipulation on like, why would you do this to me? I don't think this really has anything to do with me, in the sense that like we've been technically separated, not emotionally or marriage-wise or relationship-wise, but we haven't been able to physically be together or be around each other for over 17 months now. So that's just like the reality of our relationship. So I kind of just have to like think on that. And we're both really young, and we got married the same month that he went to jail. Like, there's so many aspects of like trauma that have gone on in our relationship. So I'm just trying to take it slow. Like, if he wants me to talk to the people, if he wants me to read the letter, I'll probably read it on his page, because like I honestly, I don't know if I'll have the strength to like just read it by myself and just like cry. I'm trying not to break down. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to not let this take a huge emotional toll on me, because I was finally feeling strong and healthy again. So, sorry, my lashes are really messed up. I've been crying a lot, but that's what I have for you guys. I just woke up and just started like bawling my eyes out, and I was like, no, like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this today. And it's already like 3 p.m. so I need to get out of bed. There's like no way I should be rotting all day. But the comments that I'm getting about how like I should have known better and I should have never married him, and there's just so many comments that like I feel like people act like they've never made a mistake before, or that they've like never made bad decisions before. I don't regret marrying Wyatt. I've always had so much love for him, and the way that our life has gone ever since the road rage incident was not how we planned our shit to be at all. Like, none of this was planned for. None of this was like, we were not ready for this. You guys are both saying like we're both still so young, and like, yes, we're both still so young. Like, we're both learning. We chose to learn together. And if this is like the journey that he needs to grow and like learn and become the person that he wants to be, then I can't really do anything to stand in his way. I don't think I'll ever not be a supportive friend or like be there for him, but it's like one of those things where it's like there's nothing that I can do. Like, he's in there and I'm out here. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, like I can't call him consistently. I can't sit on the phone for 3 hours. Like, it's not jail in there. He only has one call, if any calls, a day. It takes like 3 hours for him to go in the line of people who want to be making a phone call.
then sometimes the phones don't even work. So trying to communicate with somebody is basically impossible, especially when it's something that like I want to be clarified right now on like what's going on. Like I'm really trying to keep my shit together, but I feel like I'm about to just like freak the out, like. But I want to stay calm. I just need to keep myself super busy. I'm literally just giving myself like little tasks around the house and like just trying to keep everything okay, because I don't know what's happening. He could be getting blackmailed. Like there's been a lot of comments about that too. Like I'm aware of that. So I'm just kind of waiting on this letter, and I'm just trying to see like if they're like expecting me to like be paying for them now. I don't know. But I'm not going to make any rash decisions. I don't think I'm going to get my tattoo covered. I had to make an appointment yesterday, so I didn't do it yesterday. I was just a little bit upset from the live, and like I was just in my feels, but I'm not going to make any big decisions until I've really thought them through, because making decisions that you don't think through is kind of like how I landed in the position that I'm in right now. So let's just slow it down a little bit, and we're going through this together, y'all. Like, I don't know what to say. Divorce is definitely not something that I've wanted to think about. But I feel like a lot of people in the comments or people trying to tell me what I should do, they don't realize like that's a really big step. It's not just something that you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm divorced now. Like there's a lot of things that go into that. I've only gotten to talk to Wyatt once since he told me all of this initially. When he told me all this, I didn't even really know what to say. I didn't even know really what the questions should be that I ask. I was just trying to listen and be supportive of what he wants. I'm not going to beg somebody to choose me. I'm not going to beg somebody to be with me. At the end of the day, he's one of my best friends, and I think he always will be. And I think he's made his decision, because the last time we talked, he was just saying how he would want me to meet them and talk to them. And honestly, I don't think I want to do that. A poly relationship was never something that I expected, and I loved Wyatt for Wyatt. It was never a question of, oh, he was too feminine for me, or oh, this and that. Like, I fall in love with personalities, and Wyatt to me was my person, or is my person, and I think I'm just confused now. I think we've both been through a lot, him especially getting sentenced to something that he was not expecting at all, so he might just be trying to survive, and that's why he told me he doesn't want to get a divorce. I feel like I've spent our whole marriage by myself, and him not being here to even talk to in person about us ending the marriage that we basically only got to spend like 3 weeks of it together. We got married on July 3rd, and he went to jail on July 26th. So, I don't know, like 23 days our marriage was. And the rest of the time, I've been out here by myself. So, I really would love for him to call me. He wasn't able to call me yesterday for whatever reason, I don't know. Hopefully he can call me today, but it's already like 5 p.m. I've kind of just been laying in bed. I can't sleep very well, so I'm just like tossing and turning. I was up late, and then I woke up super early, and then I went on live and ate Dunkin' Donuts. Worst decision ever. My stomach hurts so bad. But it's kind of distracting me from my brain. It's kind of like when you're in pain and someone hits you and you're just like, okay, like now my knee doesn't hurt because you punched my shoulder. I appreciate everybody who's been kind and understanding that this isn't like an easy decision, and it's not going to be a quick decision. Still waiting on this stupid fucking letter, so I don't know. I'm just kind of taking it day by day. I still have to work, I still have to make my money, I still have to play my game, like I still have to do so many things. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to call so at least we can talk about this, because I don't think this should be a one-sided decision. And we went in this together, and if we're going to end it, we're going to get out of it together.
So I talked to Wyatt earlier, and I guess he's just having the best old fucking time in there. He sounded all happy when he picked up the phone. I was like, hello? And I was like, why didn't you call me? And he was like, oh, like the phones, like I didn't have time, I had to work, and like all this shit. And I was like, okay. Like I don't need to hear this, that, and the third. I just want to know like what the fucking situation is. Then he went on to tell me it's like Ryan and D'Angelo, and they're like making it really nice for him in there, and they're just like chilling, and like I guess Ryan works in the bakery with him, so that's how they met. So this hasn't even been going on a long time, so I'm like, how are you so attached to these people already? Like what the fuck?
we only got to talk for like 10 minutes because literally they had to go back in. I guess they were doing like a count or something. Sometimes they just like make them go back into their rooms for a second while they like do some fucking jail prison shit. But he was like, oh, I gotta go. They're like making me go back in. And I was like, that sounded weird too. Like, I don't know. And then I had a fucking meltdown. I had to call my friend. He was like, you need to leave the fucking house. I hadn't left the house in like 3 days. So I was like, he like dragged me out. He was like, let's go get some sweets. So I don't know. I'm just gonna try and watch a movie, maybe go live on my account or something and like stay distracted. But we got milkshakes and I got these little churro things. I've been doing really well on my diet too, so I feel like this fucking shit is not what I need in my life. But I got these little halos. Hello. Oh my god. That is so good. I got the one in cinnamon sugar, condensed milk, and tres de leches. But I don't know, y'all. I feel like all my friends are telling me that I'm stupid, like that I just need to go out and do my own thing, and I can still be his friend, and like I don't need to do a divorce like right away. But if he wants to play like this, I can go get myself 2 boyfriends too. The fuck? So I just talked to Wyatt and we actually had a really good conversation. I'm definitely not trying to make excuses for him, but we have been separated, or not separated, we have been apart because of this whole jail prison thing for like the last almost 18 months. As hard as it's been on me, I can't imagine how hard it's been on him. I think he's finally realizing that this hurt me. I told him, I was like, I wish you had just told me. I would have at least been able to talk to you before having to just absorb the fact that like you have 2 boyfriends. Like there was a lot that I wish I had like known before he just told me like, oh, this is what I did. I think the communication thing is like where I got really hurt by it, because that was like a lot of our issues when we were in a relationship together, like before he went to jail. Like he wouldn't talk to me about things, and like I didn't really have a choice in a lot of the matters. And I feel like if we had just communicated and talked and like made decisions together as like a couple, a lot of things wouldn't have happened the way that they did. We came to the conclusion that I think we're gonna try an open relationship. I'm not gonna divorce him. I still have a lot of love for him and I still want to make this work as well as possible. But it is another 3 years, so who knows like where it's gonna go. But I think we both realize like we don't want to be divorced. We don't want to give up on each other. I want to be there for him through this time that he's in prison. You guys might think I'm dumb, but I just feel like he's been my person. He's been my person since I was a child. Like he is my longest friend that I have in my life, like still that I talk to. There's nobody that I've known longer than Wyatt other than my family. I think that it's worth putting in understanding and communication and work. Prison relationships are not easy, but I do feel the most comfortable with him, and I don't know if I'll feel that way with another person. So for right now, we're still together. We're not getting a divorce, and I just have to pray that he stays safe so that when he does get out, we can, try again. But 3 years, people changed so much in that 3 years. Like, we're not going to be the same people, and hopefully we're going to be better people and better for each other, but we're just going to have to wait and see.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wills and Deals and Keys. Lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the link down below. We got Opulence Scents, okay, man. Get you a 3-wick candle, man. And, man, hit them up, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. Now, your girl, her name is Muir. She's with this guy, Icy White. Yeah, so, man, this This girl knew that this man was flamboyant, and him going to jail was probably the best thing that could ever happen to him. He is now in a pool of men. He went in there singing, "It's raining men, hallelujah, it's raining men." Yes, he don't give a damn. Okay. Now he said he was being protected. No, he's being used. Okay, he's a cum dumpster. Okay. All right, now you can't get no more open than this. He talking about he want to explore something. Nah, he in heaven, girl. He is exploring everybody. Two boyfriends. Come on, man. Girl, don't be back with this man. Your divorce should be getting finalized right now. Cause you don't know what that man finna bring back home from some dudes in jail. Okay? It's out of line to even think that y'all got. I know you love them, all this woolly, whatever you want to call it, but this is over with. This should no longer be a question. Okay, what's going on with Wyatt is, he's a free man now, even though he's locked up. He's living his life free. Okay, and he ain't got to worry about it. He ain't got to worry about hiding. He ain't been hiding. I don't understand why you thought that was the best thing for him. And his sobriety, that ain't happening now. His sobriety is over with. He's drunk in love, okay? So, at this point, man, just give it up. I understand you love him, you going through some things, but this man is over with. He's through. He's in a relationship and he's moving on, and I think you should too. Talking about this open relationship, nah, he's open. You need to move on. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.